Welcome to all my dear Bhaiya Bahan. Today we are again going to start our English class. Before starting the new chapter, I would like to ask you some questions. Have you seen any place which is full of ice? Very good. Do you want to go to Antarctica continent? Do you know about Antarctica continent? Okay, very good. It is one of the coldest, driest and windiest continent in the world. Excellent. Can you say which lesson we are going to start today? Of course, journey to the end of the earth. Very good. This chapter has been written by Tisani Doshi. Here, the author says to all of us, if you want to know more about the planet's past, present and future, the Antarctica is the place to go to bon voyage. Means, if you want to know more about the planet's past, present and future, go to a continent. Its name is Antarctica. Here the writer wants to say that in Journey to the End of the Earth, the writer describes the journey to the coldest, driest and windiest continent in the world, Antarctica. The world's geological history is trapped in Antarctica. Geoff Green's Students on Ice program aims at taking high school students to the ends of the world. The writer thinks that Antarctica is the place to go to understand the Earth's present, past and future. You must have seen schools take the boy to the excursion tour. Why? Because we all know traveling is the means of education. If you will not travel to the historical places, you can't know about history. So here the writer requests you, once in your life, you must visit Antarctica. Why? To know about the Earth's present, past and future. So every school should manage to take the students to this place as excursion tour. So the writer wants to present his ideas once when he went to Antarctica and he told his experience of visiting there. Before starting chapter, I would like to explain the summary of this chapter, Journey to the End of the Earth. For a South Indian man traveling to Antarctica from Madras, it takes 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 water bodies and just as many ecospheres to reach there. Tisani Doshi travelled to the southern end of the earth along with an expedition group named Students on Ice that provides opportunity to the young minds to sensitize towards the realistic version of climatic changes happening in the world. According to the founder of the organization, We are the young versions of future policy makers who can turn the situation around. Antarctica is one of the coldest, driest, and windiest continent in the world. As far as the eyes can see, it is completely white, and its uninterrupted blue horizon gives immense relief. It is shocking to believe that India and Antarctica were part of the same supercontinent Gondwana that got segregated into countries, giving rise to the globe we know today. Antarctica had a warmer climate until then. Despite human civilization around the globe, it still remains in its pure form. Being a South Indian sun worshipping guy, it was unimaginable for the author to visit the place that constitutes world's 90% of ice. A place so quiet that it is only interrupted by snow avalanches. It is a home to a lot of evidences that can give us a glimpse of the past, and at the same time Antarctica helps us foresee the future. The place gives an awakening to threatening alarm that global warming is actually real. Who knows if Antarctica will be warm again, and even if does, will we be alive to see it? Very good. Means we are facing these days global warming. This is the result of extreme population in the world. So this chapter focuses about world's continent where 90% ice is there. So the writer is going to explain about this chapter, about his experience when he once visited to Antarctica. Now see the paragraph. Early this year, I found myself aboard a Russian research vessel, the academic Sokolsky, heading towards the coldest, driest, windiest continent in the world, Antarctica. My journey began 13.09 degrees north of the equator in Madras and involved crossing 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, and at least as many ecospheres. Here in this paragraph we see, in the beginning, the author talks about his journey to one of the coldest, driest, and windiest continent on earth, Antarctica. He went there on a Russian research vessel known as the academic Sokolsky. The author is a South Indian man who began his journey from Madras. Today Madras is known as Chennai. On his voyage, he crossed 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 water bodies, and just as many ecospheres. Now write down some meanings. Aboard. Aboard means in a ship. Vessel. Here vessel means ship. Heading towards means moving towards. Windiest, having the maximum winds. Continent, a large mass of land surrounded by sea. Antarctica, the very coldmost southern part of the world. Equator, the imaginary line that divides the world into 2 halves. It is called Bhumadhya Rekha. Involved, included. Time zones means 24 areas of the world, each has its own time. Checkpoints, places on the borders where officials check people and vehicles. Bodies of water means large areas of water or lakes etc. Ecospheres means environment zones. Now see the next para. By the time I actually set foot on the Antarctic continent, I had been traveling over 100 hours in combination of a car, an aeroplane, and a ship. So, my first emotion on facing Antarctica's expansive white landscape and uninterrupted blue horizon was relief, followed up with an immediate and profound wonder. Wonder at its immensity, its isolation, but mainly at how there could ever have been a time when India and Antarctica were part of the same landmass. In this paragraph, the writer says, it took him about 100 hours of combined traveling by car, aeroplane, and then a ship to reach the continent. So when he first set his feet on the continent, he felt utmost relief, for it was all white as far as the eyes could see. The sight of the blue horizon was also very comforting. Next emotion that followed was that of wonderment. He was astonished by the fact that there was once a time when India and Antarctica were geographically connected. Now write down meanings. Set foot. Set foot means landed. Emotion, feeling. Expansive, vast. Landscape, a picture showing an area of land. Uninterrupted, continuous. Horizon, an imaginary line where the earth and the sky seem to meet. Relief, comfort. Followed up, that came just after. Immediate, at once. Profound, deep. Wonder, great surprise. Immensity, vastness. Isolation, separatedness. Mainly, chiefly. Ever, at any time. Landmass, a large area of land. Now, see the next paragraph. Part of history. Now we are going to start part of history. 650 million years ago, a giant amalgamated southern supercontinent, Gondwana, did indeed exist, centered roughly around the present-day Antarctica. Things were quite different then. Humans hadn't arrived on the global scene, and the climate was much warmer, hosting a huge variety of flora and fauna. For 500 million years, Gondwana thrived, but around the time when the dinosaurs were wiped out and the age of the mammals got underway, the land mass was forced to separate into countries, shaping the globe much as we know it today. In this paragraph, history is given of previous Antarctica. The writer says, millions of years ago, there was a supercontinent known as Gondwana, from which Antarctica and India are supposed to have been parted off. The situation, however, was completely different from how it is right now. There were no humans and the climate was warmer, which gave rise to huge varieties of flora and fauna. Flora means vegetation, fauna means animals. Gondwana flourished for 500 million years until dinosaurs got extinct and human beings came into existence. The huge continent was then forced into segregation to form countries and the world as we know of it today. Now, meanings. Million, 10 lakh, giant, huge, amalgamated means merged or joined together, supercontinent, more than a continent, exist, present, roughly, almost, present day, now, humans, human beings, global, of the world, climate, the typical weather conditions in a particular area, hosting, sheltering, huge, vast, variety, kinds, flora, vegetation, fauna, birds and animals, thrived, prospered, dinosaurs, huge reptiles that lived about 200 million years ago, wiped out means became extinct, mammals, class of animals that have milk from their mothers' bodies, got underway, started happening. Now see the next para. To visit Antarctica now is to be a part of that history, to get a grasp of where we have come from and where we could possibly be heading. It is to understand the significance of Cordilleran faults and Precambrian granite shields, ozone and carbon, evolution and extinction. When you think about all that can happen in a million years, it can get pretty mind-boggling. Imagine India pushing northwards, jamming against Asia to buckle its crust and form the Himalayas. South America drifting off to join North America, opening up the Drake Passage to create a cold circumpolar current, keeping Antarctica frigid, desolate, and at the bottom of the world. In this paragraph we see, according to the author, if one wants to have a glimpse of history and from where we have originated along with where we are headed, Antarctica is the right place. It is the best place to research and understand about mountain ranges and low elevation, continents, ozone and carbon, evolution and extinction. It is capable of giving an insight of the future and that can be really startling. Now write down difficult meanings. Separate, divide, grasp, understanding, heading, leading to, significance, importance, folds, layers of rocks, pre, before, granite, a very hard grey rock, silts, protective plates, ozone, a blue gas that is a type of ozone, carbon, a simple substance that exists in diamond etc. Evolution means gradual development, or you can say progress. Extinction means total destruction. Pretty, enough. Mind boggling, difficult to imagine and very strange. Pushing, forcing on. Northwards, towards north. Jamming, blocking. Buckle, bend under force or become crushed. Crust, layer of the earth or hard layer or surface. Drifting off, going away. Passage, way. Create, produce. Circumpolar, going round the pole. Current, movement of water. Frigid, very cold. Desolate, deserted or empty without people. Volumes, large amount. Stored, collected at one place. Chilling, frightening. Prospect, possibility. Circulatory, moving round of blood. Metabolic, chemical activity that converts food into energy. Now see the next paragraph. For a sun worshipping South Indian like myself, 2 weeks in a place where 90% of the Earth's total ice volumes are stored is a chilling prospect, not just for circulatory and metabolic functions, but also for imaginations. It is like walking into a giant ping pong ball. Devoid of any human markers, no trees, billboards, buildings. You lose all earthly sense of perspective and time here. The visual scale ranges from the microscopic to the mighty, midges and mites to blue whales and icebergs as big as countries. The largest recorded was the size of Belgium. Days go on and on and on in surreal 24-hour austral summer light and ubiquitous silence, interrupted only by the occasional avalanche or calving ice sheet, consecrates the place. It is an immersion that will force you to place yourself in the context of the Earth's geological history, and for humans, the prognosis isn't good. In this long paragraph, we say it was a very different experience for the narrator, as being a South Indian sun worshipping man. It was hard for him or anyone else to imagine living in a place where 90% of the Earth's total ice volumes are stored there. Not only biologically or physically difficult, but also for imagination. A place untouched by humans and their inventions. It gives an experience that makes you forget about all the other things. From small creatures like midges and mites to huge creatures like blue whales and icebergs are big as countries. Everything can be found in Antarctica. Days are never ending with sunlight all the time falling on the southern hemisphere. It is such a quiet place, interrupted only by falling mass of snow rapidly down a mountain. It is a setting that forces you to ponder upon Earth's geological history and helps you foresee future which for humans doesn't seem very pleasant. Now you write down some difficult words meaning. Yes. Functions means activities. Imagination, forming of ideas in the mind. Ping pong ball, table tennis ball. Devoid means without. Markers means signs or symbols. Billboards, notice boards. Earthly, of the earth. Sense, feeling. Perspective, way of thinking or view. Visual, seen with eyes. Scale, measurement. Ranges, falls within the ranges of or area. Microscopic means minute. Mighty, vast. Midges, mosquitoes. Mites, insects. Whales, the largest sea animals, fish you can say. Icebergs, mountains of ice. Go on and on means continue endlessly. Surreal, very strange or unreal. Austral means southern. Ubiquitous means present everywhere. Interrupted means disturbed. Occasional means not very often. Avalanche, a large mass of ice that falls down from a mountain. Calving, white like a calf at its birth. Ice sheet, an expanse of ice. Consecrates means purifies or give respect. Immersion means complete involvement. Context, in relation to. Prognosis means judgment about future. Now there is some question to you as classwork. Can you say by which Russian research ship the author boarded to Antarctica? Very good. The academic Sokolsky. Excellent. In which continent he was heading towards? Yes. He was heading towards the coldest, driest and windiest continent in the world. That is Antarctica. After how many hours he reached Antarctica? Yes, after traveling for 100 hours. Which supercontinent existed there? 650 million years ago. Yes, Gondwana. Very good. Now we shall stop here today. You will prepare your homework from this chapter, and this chapter focuses that about what is Antarctica, how should we go there, what is the importance of Antarctica, what is the importance of excursion tour for the students, all these things. In the next class we shall start next paragraph. Till then, thank you, have a nice day.